Hello, everyone, and welcome to the Trade Ideas Live Trading Room Recap for Tuesday, February the 28th. My name is Barry Anerson. I'm the moderator of our trading room. This is the address to get in, and I'm get live at 9 o'clock and up to 4 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. And again, in the text of this email, you'll see a link for a subscription link, of course, as always, but also the link to explain our Trade Ideas interactive broker linking, which is not quite. We haven't released the version of Trade Ideas that you will need in order to do it, but it should be, excuse me, relatively soon. They found a couple little bugs in it, so we don't want to release it, obviously, until it is bug-free. All right. Well, I have to tell you, this is probably the worst day I've had trading in a long time. The four trades I was in early, I took a loss on every one of them. Nothing major, I always try to keep my losses minimalized. I don't allow my ego to get into the way and think, okay, maybe my stop is too tight, or it'll turn around. If I start losing, I get out. So the IPDN, now this was a very, very speculative one. It only has about 422,000 shares in the float. At least that's what we say. Even if it's a little bit more or less, it's still a very, very low floater. I got into the trade right about here. I think it was on this candle here, 1318. It popped up to 1335. I resisted getting out or taking some, and then as it moved back down, I got out at 1306. So I took a minor loss on that. And look, it got all the way down to 1277. It also recovered. And it might have even been this candle here. I can't really remember. The bottom line is it was very, very whippy, and I kind of went into that one expecting that. Kerr was one, unfortunately, that just did not work out. I think Dan came in the room and said he was getting it. I got in very, very late. Very, very late. Took it at 471 right here. It popped up to 483, so it was on this candle that I took it. Again, I actually said in the room I wanted to get out some if it got into the high 480s. Unfortunately, it just didn't do that, and I got out around 450. So, by this time I'm taking fewer shares. Even if I'd got in at 480 from 471, would not have made very much. But the market. One of the things for today and yesterday, Holly only had. I think about 6 alerts or 6 strategies that were optimized for yesterday, and she only has 7 today, but 2 of them are in the power hour, so only 5 really, once the market opened from 9:30 to 3, and very few alerts, which is kind of telling us something, should be telling us something, that she's not finding a big statistical edge in trading the market right now. And so that, I kind of, when I see that, I usually tend to take fewer shares. Nutri, and I see it is starting to rip up again. This was for me anyway, it was a very difficult trader, very whippy up and down. This was an earnings play, and I had kind of high hopes for it because, here was the earnings after hours yesterday. This is what the MOVE is, and so this is where it ended up. Here's the pink area is the pre-market. It dropped. And what did I take it at? I took it at 46.15. Took it right about here. I think it dropped, and then as it was coming up, got over that whole number, decided to take it, and then it dropped down again, and I got out as it broke down below 45. Second here. I'm gonna have to quit Skype. Okay. Just 1 second. Okay, sorry about that. I guess when I quit Skype, it sort of destroys the link a little bit. Okay, so now I see this one is starting to rip up again, but I mean, look at this tail, topping tail right there. I mean, that looked like it was going there, and then it just fell right back down. I might watch this one tomorrow. It is an earnings play, and it sort of is bucking the overall market trend. The other one is OMED, and this is one that was from Dan yesterday, but he got in way down here. I think he may have held. I was watching this one with quite a bit of. It was holding its own right here, so I ended up taking the trade at 10:30, and it did pop up to 1039. I resisted. The 200-day moving average is right up here. Probably should have waited a little bit. And again, on this downturn, I decided I took myself out of the trade. The only Oh, another one also. Geez, I forgot about this one. LXU. This was not a good day. LXU, I mean, these are 15-minute candles, you know. A lot of times when you see this, it's usually on 5-minute or lower. But I mean, look how whippy. Look at the topping tails, bottoming tails, topping tails, bottoming tails. Like so much uncertainty. Again, I took this one just over 11 and I got out at 1095, and I think I had another quick scalp if I'd wanted it, and I was thinking, well, maybe it'll continue, and just didn't do that. The only one that I made a little bit of money on was Perigo, um, on a short. I went for lunch here. Unfortunately, I would have loved to have taken it here. I was actually watching Perigo to take it long here on a bounce. This is an earnings play, a disaster after hours yesterday, and just kind of was hanging around this area. And so I was actually looking. This red dotted line was thinking maybe I could go long it if it could break and attempt to fill some of that void. Went for lunch right here. Right at noon, and here's where it started to fall along with the SPY. The SPY was really dropping at the same time. I ended up taking just a little scalp short as it broke down through 72. Got in at 72.96, and I covered some at 72.65. So that was it. Now it looks like it's kind of on its way, but anyway, we will see. So I want to sort of erase this day. This was not a great day. I mean, no massive damage because again, I try to check my ego. I don't hold on to anything too long. If it's going down, it's going down, and just take the loss and move on. All right, everybody. Well, thanks for listening, and we'll see you in our trading room tomorrow. I'll open the room at about 8:45. Get live on the mic at 9 o'clock. And again, at 3 o'clock, I usually go over, sort of now it's a routine. 3 o'clock, I'll go over what I call my evening scan, basically looking at the stocks, the movers of today, and both on the upside and the downside, and see if we can not guess, but ascertain if there might be any setup for tomorrow, any continuation on the movers from today. All right, thanks for listening, and we'll see you in our trading room tomorrow. Bye-bye.